With Rome's mayoral election approaching, one hopeful candidate, Virginia Raggi, is working hard to please a group of supporters at a restaurant in a middle-class neighborhood a few miles from the city center. The 37-year-old lawyer leads in the polls and hopes that this kind of retail politics with an Italian twist will help her clinch her historic victory. Not only would she be the first woman to be mayor of Rome, but a Raggi win would mark a takeover of the Italian capital by the Populist five-star movement, which has grown to be Italy's second largest party, in a warning for Matteo Renzi, the centre-left prime minister. Ms. Raggi's popularity has grown thanks to a promise to break with mismanagement of the Eternal City, which has become known for widespread corruption and the inefficiency of basic public services.
I think the biggest problem is the corruption. Because corruption means that you have money, but you don't really put the money into services. You put money into some people's pocket. So we have to just apply the law, and it's the most normal thing that we have to do. I mean, every city in the world try to apply the laws. Why can we?
Her main opponents are businessman Alfio Marchini, backed by former centre-right Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi, Giorgia Meloni, who's further to the right, and Democratic Party candidate Roberto Giachetti. According to five-star movement supporter Alessandro Grasso, Ms. Raggi's main qualities are that she's a new face and she's the people's candidate, instead of coming from Rome's traditional political and corporate circles.
Roma è una città molto complessa, è una città che ha una complessità secolare, senz'altro delle risposte che il Movimento 5 Stelle, nella persona appunto del suo candidato sindaco Virginia Raggi, possono essere delle risposte credibili o quantomeno nuove.
During the race, Ms. Raggi has distanced herself from the angry tones of Beppe Grillo, the comedian and party leader, and has not emphasized one of the party's main goals, a referendum on membership of the euro. Should she win, her performance as Rome's mayor is likely to be a key marker of whether the five-star movement could eventually challenge Mr. Renzi for leadership of the whole country. The trouble for Ms. Raggi is that many see running Rome as an almost impossible task. One of them is Giovanni Orsina, the deputy director of the School of Government at Lewis University.
In the medium to long term, this might be a problem for the five-star movement itself. This is because I think that Raggi is not going to be a great mayor of Rome. Rome is very difficult to govern. It would be very difficult for any political force. Certainly this is going to be almost impossible, next to impossible, for a mayor that doesn't have any serious administrative experience such as Raggi.
Romans will decide whether it's worth giving her a chance on Sunday, when they go to the polls for the first round of the mayoral election. Most likely, the race won't be decided until later in June, after a runoff between the top candidates. Davide Ghiglione, Financial Times in Rome.